this is the big developing story at this point in time, breaking first on your channel Northeast Live. The center and the NSC and IM are to resume their talks in the first week of October. The talks will be held in New Delhi, where an NSC and IM talk team will be participating in the talks with the union government. Now, the NSC and IM General Secretary, Mr. Twingalang Muiva, is unlikely to be present in the talks in New Delhi, but the talks will be held by the NSC and IM talk team in New Delhi in the first week of October. This is the big breaking story at this point in time. The last round of talks, formal talks between the NSC and IM and the center were held in December 2023, December last year, that means. And there were no talks held for several months now this year in view of the elections as well as other preoccupations of the central government. Now, what will be the focus of the talks? The focus of the talks that is going to resume in the first week of October in New Delhi is on how to move ahead on the basis of the framework agreement, how to work out a Naga peace accord on the basis of the framework agreement of 2015. That will be the focus of the talks during the discussions with the NSC and IM. And the talks basically will try to take things to the logical conclusion of signing an agreement as well as implementation of the agreement on the ground. So this is a very big development that we are breaking at this point in time. The talks are going to resume at a time when the Political Affairs Committee of the Nagaland government has demanded a new interlocutor to elevate the level of the talks to the ministerial level. They want a union minister enjoying the confidence of the union government, which essentially means they want a minister, they have demanded a minister who enjoys the confidence of the Prime Minister to be the new interlocutor. But this demand, according to sources who are privy to the situation, actually, this demand is made by the political class in Nagaland and not necessarily the Naga rebel groups who are engaged in the peace talks. Sources are saying that NSC and IM has not made such a specific demand as changing the interlocutor or having a new interlocutor. So it doesn't matter whether you have a new interlocutor or not, but the big development now that has pushed the demand for a new interlocutor to the background is that the talks are resuming in the first week of October in New Delhi between the center and the NSC and IM. Now, this decision of the union government to resume the talks with NSC and IM has put the demand for interlocutor to the back burner, number one. Number two, it has triggered fresh hopes for a solution to the protracted Naga political problem. And secondly, it has also raised the question as to whether the resumption of talks will be able to break the deadlock over the NSC and IM's demand for a separate flag and constitution for the Nagas. That will be the big question. But what is significant is that everybody has been saying that the talks should be held or an agreement should be found on the basis of the framework agreement as far as the NSC and IM is concerned, and on the basis of the agreed positions as far as the NNPGs are concerned. Now, this talks with the NSC and IM that will be resumed in the first week of October in New Delhi. This is specifically going to focus on signing of an agreement, on sorting out the details or looking at the details on the basis specifically of the framework agreement signed on the 3rd of August 2015 between the center and the NSC and IM. So, and also it will look at the implementation of the accord as and when it is signed. Implementation has to take place. So these talks will also talk about implementation. Now, since the discussions will be futuristic, if I may use the word, then one can say that the two sides are bent this time on evolving a solution on breaking the deadlock and moving forward.